This video is shot fucking brighter than my goddamn future. Holy shit. Hi friends, happy Monday! You know what's fascinating? Coincidences. You know what's also fascinating? The fact that I have no idea how to segue into this video. This video is about weird coincidences because I thought of that idea after watching, I forget what I was watching, but I was watching something. And then I got into a deep dark hole and now we have an entire page full of coincidences that I'm going to word vomit onto you, and I hope you enjoy my vomit. Let's get started. So on August 6th and on August 9th of 1945, the US detonated 2 nuclear bombs over 2 different Japanese cities. I'm not gonna tell you the cities because white girl is not fluent in other languages and I don't want to fuck it up or be offensive. The blasts killed over 90,000 people, but this one man, also not gonna say his name, managed to survive both bombings. The man was in the first city on the 6th for a business trip. Then on the 9th, he got back to his hometown, the second city, and he survived both. He died in 2010 at 93. The set of twins were separated at 4 weeks old and they reunited at 39 in 1979. So they caught up and realized that their lives are spooky similar. They were both named Jim by their adopted family. They both loved math and carpentry. They both pursued careers in security. They both married ladies named Linda. They both divorced Lindas, and then they both remarried ladies named Betty. And they both had sons. One named their son James Allen, A-L-L-E-N. The other named their son James Allen, A-L-E-N. If I didn't find twins fascinating and spooky before, I sure found them spooky and fascinating now. Stephen Hawking died on Einstein's 139th birthday, which also happened to be Galileo's 300th death day. Crazy smart people are birthed and die on apparently the same days. Violet Jessop, this last name, this lady, was named Miss Unsinkable. So she worked as a stewardess and as a nurse, and she was aboard the HMS Olympic when it collided with the HMS Hawk. She survived. She was also on the HMHS Britannic when it hit a mine at sea. Then she got on the Titanic. Hopefully I don't have to explain to you what happened to the Titanic, but hey, she survived it. First, why would you get on a second ship after you were in the first crash? Second, why would you get on a third ship when the second ship also went down? Third, I really hope she didn't get on any more ships. My camera shut off because even it didn't understand. So in 2007, a man in the UK was traveling around to find his long lost daughter. She was 31 and had been lost to him for 10 years. He got in touch with the local newspaper, took a picture of him and his 2 daughters that he had to put on the newspaper to hopefully she would find it and like connect, you know? So it worked. She got in contact with her father, they reunited, and little did they know, that picture that they took, she was in the background. And like none of them knew it. So a South African astronomer was giving a lecture to a class on how death can strike you at any moment. At the end of the lecture, he popped a mint in his mouth. Guess what happened? The mint went the wrong way down and the man died. So the first man to die while they were building the Hoover Dam was J.G. Tierney on December 20th, 1922. The last man to die while they were building the Hoover Dam was Patrick Tierney, his son, who died in 1935 on December 20th. Hitler was born 129 years after Napoleon, this name, can't pronounce it, not even gonna try. Hitler's rise to power was 129 years after Napoleon. He invaded Russia 119 years after Napoleon. He was defeated 129 years after Napoleon. In the 1930s, a man named Joseph Fidgelock was walking down a Detroit street when a baby fell from a 4th floor window right into his hands. A year later, the same child in the same building on the same floor fell on him again. On May 22nd, 1975, twins John and Arthur both suffered heart attacks, living 120 kilometers away from each other. They were both unaware of each other's conditions. They were sent to different hospitals because, you know, they lived in different towns. And they both died at hospitals from heart attacks on the same day. On March 1st, 1950, a church exploded. That's not the spooky part. The choir practice began at 7:20. The blast happened at 7:25. All 15 choir members survived the blast. You know why? Because every single one of them was running late that morning. On May 27th, 1817, a woman named Mary Ashford was assaulted and murdered in a small village. Abram Thornton was charged and tried for the crime. Due to lack of evidence, he walked. Mary's brother refused to accept the verdict and pleaded for a retrial. He didn't get it though. 157 years later, to the day, on May 27th, 1974, Barbara Forrest was assaulted and murdered in the same village. She was found a couple feet away from where Mary's body was found. Michael Thornton, same last name, was charged and tried, but due to the lack of evidence, he was set free. Barbara's sister also refused to accept the verdict and pleaded for retrial, and she got it in 2012. So there you go, guys. That was a bunch of coincidences I found on the internets, and I found it on you, and I hope you enjoyed your time here. I hope you enjoyed my vomit. So if you did enjoy, you can go down there and like and share and subscribe and all that shenanigans. And also, all my links are in the crotch box below, and you know, follow me on them. You can hit me up on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok because I have a problem. I'm gonna go make more TikToks now though. So anyway, hope you guys have a great, amazing, beautiful, sexy week, and I'll see you next time. Stay weird, friends. Goodbye.